Everyone, happy Thursday, February 9th. This is the Plant-Based Morning Show presented by Compliment. We are, as you probably know, also streaming over at YouTube. That's the popular place now. And, well, I don't want to make too big of an announcement yet as people are filtering in. So wait a minute. Oh, Doug, you're going live with the wrong account. You're going to need to go out and come back in as No Meat Athlete. Maybe you're going to join me here in a second before you can do that. Anyway, we'll give people a couple minutes to get in here. Doug?
Hey, Matt.
You hear me say you're on the wrong account, it looks like?
Nope. Let me get out.
Okay, so we'll have Doug join us in a second. Lucy B says, good morning. I see AF Dr. Mom. Robbie Lockey, always good to see, especially considering we've got some plant-based news on the docket for today. Two things, actually, from that fine publication. Mr. Jeffries here. Hello, Mr. Jeffries. Stephen Dunn over at YouTube. Good. So the big news today, and the reason for our delay, which is the same reason yesterday, we were trying to figure out how to share the screens so that we can share the articles while we're presenting, and this is the benefit of YouTube. We have successfully figured that out. So if all goes well, today will be the first day where we actually screen share the things we're looking at, so you can see that, add some visual variety to the show, which I think will be a great thing. There is Doug, and now he's on the correct account. How's it going, Doug?
Hey, Matt. It's going great. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Very excited that we've figured this thing out. It feels like a spaceship launch or something that we've been working on, and we're ready to finally do it today.
Yeah. I think we're ready to roll, man. Let's do it.
Well, we have to wait till we're ready to share anything. But anyway, how's it going? I know I saw you couldn't be on Instagram yesterday and not see your reel that you put up of your fine looking tuna thing, whatever that was that you made, with Good Catch tuna, mixed it up with some mayo and carrots, put it on a sandwich with some lettuce and melted cheese.
Yep, that's right. I'm calling it a tuna melt. I don't really know if it's a true tuna melt. I don't actually know what a tuna melt is, but but I filmed it. We had some requests from our good listeners here to film it, so I did. I uploaded my very first reel, edited my very first reel, and put it on the Instagram on the Plant-Based Morning Show feed if you haven't seen it. But okay, I'm just gonna come out and say it, Matt. I think that plant-based fish products, plant-based tuna, plant-based fish sticks, plant-based fish, or I guess crab cakes. These plant-based fish products are better than the real thing.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I don't doubt it. And what a shocker that would be, right? Because everyone for the longest time seemed like they were grossed out. Anytime anyone mentioned plant-based fish, it was like, okay, that's too far. I'm not going down that road. But that was my experience with the crab cakes. I had amazing plant-based calamari, and this was like 2 years ago, so it's probably only gotten better.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like a natural match once you actually try it.
It's all the good stuff. It's all the good stuff about the plant-based fish without the like nasty smells and rancidness and all the bad stuff. I mean, I have never had like a fish fillet, or I guess I should say like a salmon fillet or something like that, plant-based salmon fillet. So I keep, but they, but now they're 3D printing them. I have to believe that they're going to be just as good as this tuna, because it tasted like tuna. It had the same texture as tuna, but you open it up and it wasn't this like overwhelming nasty smell that is often associated with canned tuna.
Right. Well, if you'll recall, I sort of predicted that about 6 months ago, or whenever the show started. I think I said we think it's going to be gross because we think of seafood has that sort of gross side to it when it's not good, but we don't have to put that in. And apparently they have not. My mom also did this. By the way, my mom and you text each other. I didn't realize you guys were text buddies.
Yeah, we go way back.
Yeah, she sent me a screenshot of your guys' convo. She was like, great show today, and where'd you get the tuna and all that stuff. So then she made the tuna noodle casserole that I mentioned, tuna noodle casserole.
Okay.
She said that the smell was sort of like, she said it smells a little fishy, but it's not at all in a bad way. It's like if you're I think she said standing at a bay or something. Like it just sort of smells like marine. Like, but
which you would want, right? I mean, you open a thing of tuna, you would want it to smell a little bit.
I think so.
Tuna-y, right?
Yep. So she said it was a little bit slimy. She thought she didn't love that about it, but I don't know. It sounds like others don't. And our friend Rachel, who won the plant-based athlete book, which I still need to ship, says I also got their tuna and mixed it with mashed avo and salt. It was great. Did you tell me you got it from that club that we used to be a podcast?
Yeah, I got it from Thrive Market. Yeah.
So why does everyone have it? Why did my mom have it now and Rachel have it? Why does everyone have it on the same day or like right away?
Well, your mom got it because of me.
And where did she get it?
I think she got it at Whole Foods. I told her to go to Whole Foods to get it because they do carry it at Whole Foods. We just don't have a Whole Foods. Like it's a trip to go to Nashville to go to Whole Foods for some plant-based tuna. So
yeah,
we were making a Thrive Market order anyway. They have it all over there, so went for it.
Good.
But yeah, I mean, I thought it was great. The sandwich, I mean, it was good. It was very good.
Sandwich looked a little suspect, Doug.
Yeah. How so? How so, man?
I don't know. Just the melted cheese. Did you heat up the tuna thing, or was it just melted cheese with your cold salad?
Melted cheese with the cold salad.
Yeah,
do you heat up the?
Yeah.
In a tuna melt, you heat up the tuna?
I think so. I mean, when I used to have a crab melt, it would be the whole crab thing would be covered in cheese, and then they would broil that, and you'd get a thing with melted cheese on top of it.
Interesting.
Could not have been a good sandwich.
I thought it was great. I thought it was really good. Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, I'm glad you're making reels. We also are making actual reels, and not that wasn't actual. We're making reels of the show content. That's happening. You and I have viewed 4 kind of sample reels, first takes, first cuts, and they will be coming out soon. So again, if you're into the sending us reel ideas, like when we do a funny clip on the show or something, it's not always that obvious to us at the time, or at least not that easy to step out of character and say, oh, that's gonna be good. I've got to remember that moment. So if you can send them to us, Plant-Based Morning Show on Instagram or on YouTube now, whatever the account is there, just send us that, DM us or whatever, and then it'll probably turn into a reel because now we're actually making them. People have been doing it for the past month, and I have not been producing them. I've just been saving them.
Yeah.
But so you'll see some of those you've sent in if you have sent them in, John. And everyone else, I don't know, yours probably have been forgotten because it was too long ago that you did it, and I can't get those videos now. But anyway, send those in if you've got ideas as they happen.
So before we move on, Steven says he was expecting a final step in the reel of me toasting the whole thing, which maybe I'm going to have to go back and do. I have 4 packs of this. And wow. I will say my one complaint is that it's not actually very much. Like it's kind of expensive for the amount of tuna that you're getting inside one of those little bags. But I have 4 of these bags, so I'm going to try a couple of different things, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, good. That's a lot. And did your family try it or just you?
Katie did, and she was very uninterested in it before she had it, and then she said, "Yeah, it was good. It was fine." Maybe a little less enthusiastic than me, but I have been particularly looking forward to these. So,
yeah, good. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Appreciate the effort of making a reel for sure, and trying something new for the show. Speaking of which, I got to try this morning Philadelphia cream cheese for the first time. So that was exciting. Erin picked it up, I think at Harris Teeter yesterday. She saw it, grabbed it. And I had it on an everything bagel today. Not my typical breakfast, but did it for the sake of the show. And, it was really good. I think it's one of my favorite plant-based cream cheeses. It has a little bit of the funk, I guess you'd say, that is associated with that particular brand of cream cheese. And I think serious like creamed cheeses have some of that. So they do a good job of that. It still has a little bit too much of coconut taste to me. So coconut's like a tropical fruit, whatever it is. I guess it's a fruit. It just has a very distinctive taste that doesn't really belong in most foods, and I don't know. So that kind of gets me. I think I still prefer the Kite Hill almond-based cream cheese over that.
So it didn't. You're saying it did not taste exactly like Philadelphia cream cheese, or what you remember that?
It definitely did not taste exactly like it, but it had part of the taste of that the other cream cheeses don't have.
Okay, how did it melt?
Well, it shouldn't melt, right? Cream cheese doesn't.
How did it soften?
It was pretty much like normal cream cheese. It didn't. The Violife kind of disappears like butter on a on a bagel. Right. Uh-huh. This didn't do that as much. This was better than that. Yeah.
Good. Interesting. So that was pretty good. That's good. Where'd you get it?
Aaron got it at Harris Teeter, I think.
Okay. And
yes.
Do you know where? Did they stock it just right next to the regular?
I didn't ask her. You have to imagine they do. I don't think that you couldn't imagine seeing that next to the tofu and tempeh and stuff.
Right.
It just seems weird.
Yeah. Look at us trying new things.
Right. All right. So reminder, you can always go over to youtube.com/NoMeatAthlete where the sound is better and the audio or the video is better. And today you're going to get, assuming it all works, you're going to get to see the first ever screen shares that we're going to do, which is just the height of excitement. You're going to get to look at the article as we talk about it. But that's nice, though. I'm glad we're doing that. So jump over there. People still about a 2.5 to 1 ratio right now of YouTubers to Instagrammers. So I think we're on to something. By the way, have you had like social media outages in the past 24 hours on different platforms?
No.
Okay. Because Twitter totally went out yesterday, and then today I had some problems with a bunch of things. Couldn't even get the internet to work, and I was thinking it was a Chinese retaliation for the balloon or something that they were taking down everything. But appears things are working fine again.
Good. So. Glad to hear it.
Yes. Okay. So I can't seem to get the 7-Eleven Sounds Great sound machine to work. I think I didn't charge it, so there will be no sounds for the. It's rebooting. So there will be no sounds yet for the weather report, but I do have a weather report, which I think you will be pleased with. So I'm going to start it now.
Well, hold on. Before you, if I am realizing that now that we have more people on YouTube, so I talked to you through Instagram and I'm listening to you through Instagram. I think that the sound might be a little bit different, like a little delay on Instagram or something than it is on Restream. So I'd love to know if people find that we're talking over each other or not matching up.
Right. That's a good point. Yeah, because we could always just listen to that instead.
Yep.
Good. Yeah, let us know about that, please.
All right. To the weather report.
Before to the weather, there was one more thing I wanted to show you. Tomorrow we're going to do some sort of Super Bowl snacks episode. But I saw this one, and Doug, you can screen share this if you want. I'm going to go ahead and stick it in the YouTube chat. This might be a good time to debut the screen sharing. I saw this on Veg News' website, and I thought this is Doug's perfect food, and so you need to make this for Super Bowl, I think.
Okay, I can't click the link in the chat.
Great. Okay.
What's it called? Vegan cheeseburger tater tots?
Yep.
Okay, hold on. Why is it why is it the perfect food for me?
Because it's a whole mess, a whole bunch of different flavors that on their own would be good, and they just combine them all into one thing and say, this is going to be the ultimate snack, since we just combined 5 really strong flavors on their own. Just sounded like something you would love.
All right. Oh, yeah. Look at that.
You love tater tots. You love messy
food.
It's
like nachos. It's like nacho tater tot nachos.
Right. They made nachos out of tater tots. I think this is Dustin Harder's thing, right? Yeah, he's a cookbook author, and I have at least one of his books. Forget the name. I just thought that might be perfect for the Hay House Super Bowl party.
That is more than perfect. I don't even need a Super Bowl party to break out that.
Well, you probably do. You probably don't want to be eating that every day, or that should be a special event kind of food, I think.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. But
anyway,
man, that looks delicious. Great.
Yeah, so it didn't really fit in with today's content, but I just wanted to put it out there. We will try to figure out some Super Bowl snack ideas tomorrow. I hope tomorrow that the publications are going to be all over those. So far, really, there hasn't been much buzz about it. So anyway, on to the weather report, Doug. This is a big one. I found this one this morning. I was very excited. I thought we had scooped we were about to scoop the entire plant-based community because I didn't see it on any of the vegan sites. The news is that Chick-fil-A has a new sandwich. It is a cauliflower sandwich, and they're testing it in 3 different markets beginning on Monday. Those markets are Denver, Charleston, and Greensboro Triad area of North Carolina. So I could get to that one if I wanted to. However, and this is why we're not scooping anybody. They're calling the sandwich plant forward. They're unwilling to call it vegetarian, and it's certainly not vegan. It's made with, they say, cauliflower, pickles, bread, milk, and eggs. If that works with your definition of vegetarian awesome, they say, but it is not isolated in our kitchens because they're putting chicken everywhere. Everything else is chicken. So it's not really that significant for the vegan community, but it is significant to me. I think vegetarian is kind of coming back, or will come back. I think this flexitarian idea of you eat mostly plant-based, but now and then you eat something like this. I think I just have a sense that that's growing. That could be wrong. But anyway, it has a light buffalo sauce. So that was very exciting to me, but that was also my first clue that this might not be vegan, because usually buffalo sauce is not vegan. Not always, can be, but often not. So anyway, good for Chick-fil-A, I guess, for making a sort of vegetarian thing.
This is gonna flop. No way is this going nationwide.
No, cauliflower sandwich. You don't think so?
Yeah, I mean, cauliflower sandwich alone, like, is just not a very attractive thing to like buy. I don't feel like
it simply doesn't sound good.
And if it's not even vegan, I mean, a vegan sandwich at Chick-fil-A would be amazing. I would be super stoked around that.
Yeah,
but it's not even vegan. I mean, they're not even calling it vegetarian. I don't know.
What if they had a vegan? What if they had still a cauliflower sandwich, but it was vegan? Would you be interested in that, or just you're out on cauliflower sandwich?
I like cauliflower. I mean, I would be into that. It'd be different. It would hit a little differently, maybe than like a Impossible Whopper or something. But
right,
yeah, I would stop there.
Yeah, I like the idea of it. I like the idea of buffalo wings made out of cauliflower. I should say cauliflower wings. But that's like a snack. Whereas somehow, I don't know, maybe it's a bias. I just still don't think of a cauliflower sandwich as like an actual meal. It just sounds like that would be like, it'd be good as a little bite-sized thing, but I don't really want a whole sandwich of that. Apparently they've thought hard about like portobello mushroom caps and something else. Fried green tomatoes. They had dozens of other vegetables that were part of this thing that they might do, and they landed on cauliflower as the best one. So I don't know. It's really interesting. I would love to hear someone say how it is, but I think you're right. It's gonna be a hard sell for a lot of people, considering like it's not for the vegan audience. It's not really even for the vegetarian audience. So that means omnivores are going to order the cauliflower sandwich. Seems pretty hard. I think that's
not going to happen. If you're going to Chick-fil-A, you're getting a chicken sandwich, right? I mean, in your
waffle fries and a Coke. Yeah. Right. I think it's a good point. Good call. All right, on to the next one. This one from Plant-Based News. I saw Robbie here earlier, and this is scientists in China have claimed to have cloned 3 super cows capable of producing 50% more animal milk than the average dairy cow. That means actually 1.7 times more milk than U.S. dairy cows. 3 calves said to have been cloned from Holstein Friesian cows, which traditionally produces large milk volumes. And they're excited about this because I guess it somehow is going to cheapen the cost of the dairy industry. I don't really understand how. I'm not sure why having just larger cows makes it cheaper. I guess that's how sort of economics work. That if you can increase the size of something, it yields more. But I don't know. It's just a weird thing. So people are very upset about this ethically, that these cows are being cloned and bred just for this. I don't know. Weird. Again, it gets back to that argument we had yesterday about the bugs, where it's like if this means that 1 divided by 1.7 times that many fewer cows have to suffer, right? So it's more milk from fewer cows. Is that a good thing? I mean, I don't.
Yeah, this feels very different than the bug discussion to me. I don't know. Are they? I mean, I know that they've been able to produce it, but are their bone structures able to hold that much more milk, and their body? Like, what else is happening here? This just doesn't feel good. I don't like it.
Yeah, totally. Right. Once you start messing with genetics of animals, but see, that's been going on forever anyway, right? It's not, this cloning is just a cloning. Right. I think this selective breeding or whatever, that's age old thing. That's how we got all the different dog breeds and everything else. So I don't know where the line is when like suddenly this part of it is wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that it's not wrong, because I think maybe a long time ago the line was there. So I don't know. I don't know what to make of it, but just figured it seemed worthy of mentioning that is happening in big news.
Yeah.
In rosier news, the 3D cultivated meat company Stakeholder Foods, who we've talked about a good bit, they say that their cultivated meat, based on some studies, has the same nutritional value as beef. They analyzed the cultivated muscle, testing 17 amino acids, comparing it to native tissue, and they said that it has the same biochemical composition, providing similar nutritional value and taste. So, we kind of already knew that was going to be the case, but at least now we can trust one study by the company that's making it, saying it's a jam.
Perfect.
And finally, in Papa John's in South Korea, 220 locations, they're rolling out vegan pizzas. There are two of them, the Green Eat Vegetable Margarita and the Green Eat Vegetable Garden Special. I don't know why the names are in English, or is this the translation to English, and that's why it's not Eat Green, but instead Green Eat? I have no idea, but that's what they're called. So kind of good. Back to you in the studio.
Margarita, that's your jam.
I do love a margarita. Probably not. The Papa John's one's probably not great. Not a great example.
Probably not. Wait, I saw a comment come from our snack correspondent Bianca, saying that you were wrong, definitively saying that you were wrong about your pizza take. And I think that the rest of the community, for almost, I would give it 99% of the community, seems to be anti your pizza take.
Yeah, I saw that too, and I honestly, Bianca's opinion holds more weight than just about anyone in the community for me, including you, Doug. Certainly more than you about what makes good pizza. I don't know. I mean, she says she's a vegan junk foodie, so that's a little different from being a fine dining pizza purist, connoisseur of pizzas. Like can't say I'm that, but I aspire to be a vegan.
But she's a cookbook author.
Yes, she is, and her cookbook's good. I can't wait to make some stuff in there. I've been perusing it. A lot of seitan dishes that I'm very excited to make. Chicken and dumplings is one of them. Of course, with seitan chicken. Some sort of jambalaya with eggplant and vegan sausage. So I'm actually pretty excited to get into that one, but I haven't just yet. So anyway, I don't understand though how people think that 4 toppings on pizza is good. It just doesn't make sense to me that you can think that's like pizza anymore. You're just now, like I said, you're just piling things onto bread and eating it, and that's not the point, I don't think, of pizza. But whatever, do what you're gonna do.
I mean, do we want to rehash this argument? No, we can. We can go. I can go back into it. Okay.
No, I'm acknowledging everyone is against me. You're right. I just don't understand how they all are. It doesn't make sense. All right. So that's our weather. How are we looking at YouTube? Is the thing working? People
seem happy. Lots of conversation happening in the comments around cows and Chick-fil-A and
okay.
Stephen wants another shout out to Bianca's cookbook.
It's called Cookin' Crunk.
Cookin' Crunk.
And eating vegan in the dirty South. But if you just look up Cookin' Crunk, you'll get it. Crunk, by the way, I didn't know this. I knew crunk as like getting crunked means getting drunk. But in Bianca's book, it says that crunk is sort of a Southern slang for excited. So if you're just sort of getting fired up,
I didn't know that.
That's getting crunked. Yeah. So that's Cookin' Crunk. Yeah, she's also got a boiled peanuts in there recipe that I'm kind of excited to make.
Nice.
Seems rather easy and good. And then I saw also in the comments another significant one that I just lost. It was that Mr. Jeffrey said Carly at Plant U posted collie wings yesterday, and they look pretty good. So that's exciting for me because I'm gonna need to make some collie wings for Super Bowl.
I saw that, and what was interesting is she wraps them in like rice paper. So you cook the cauliflower, and then you wrap them in rice paper, and that I guess gives like a skin texture or something.
I think we've actually made those before from her, honestly. Now that you say
that. I think they're from her book.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm pretty sure I made that, and I think it was good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Steven says, I had a pizza probably last night, and it had 3 toppings: tomatoes, double shrooms, and banana peppers. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Double shrooms is basically then a 4th topping in terms of volume. But the tomatoes are already accounted for, I think, in the sauce usually. I guess she got actual tomatoes on there. Yeah, that's just a little too much for me. I'd take any one of those over all of them. But that's just me.
Yeah, and then Mr. Jeffrey, what on YouTube says, how many fillings are okay in a sandwich? It's a good question.
Yeah, you know what? I have one hard and fast rule about this. You can't have more than one like spreadable sauce kind of thing on there. Once you've got 2 things on there, like even ketchup and mustard on a burger to me is a little bit too far.
Interesting. Okay.
My dad's big into like he'll spread guacamole or avocado on one bun, and then on the other side of the bun he'll put hummus, and then whatever's in the middle is there. And to me, like once you get those different sauces, I don't know. It just gets to be too much. It just gets to become the food that I don't like anymore. The huge, burger mess that we've talked about before that I just don't like.
What if the avocado is sliced on there?
Yeah, that's a little different. I think that's
okay.
I don't know. That's not
so
like
no,
a mixed
like
up.
no like mayo mustard combo or anything like that.
No, usually not. Unless it's like a perfect thing where it's just meant to go together and it's just like that's perfect. Like ketchup and mustard. But yeah, so that's my only hard and fast rule with sandwiches. Anything else goes as long as I can get my mouth around it. If it's 6 inches tall, it's just not going to be a good eating experience in any way. Okay. All right, Jody Chuck now wants to know, how do I order my Impossible Whopper? Usually I get it with no onions, no mayo, of course, because you do have to specify no mayo. Cheese doesn't come on it by default, so you don't have to say that. And no ketchup. So and then add mustard, because I think by default the Impossible Whopper comes with just ketchup, no mustard. So I swap those two, and then remove the onions. The onions are fine. If that comes on there, I'm not going to complain, but just not my favorite. I'm glad people are interested in how in these opinions, Mike.
Well, they're kind of out there. I'm not going to lie. You're kind of, I had no idea you were this picky or this pure.
Yeah, I didn't really either until we started talking about it. But I'm not making these things up. These are true opinions. I just never really realized they were so strong.
Dale says that your dad does it right. So.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I've got to agree with her.
Okay, good. So let's get into the actual good news today, and you can put these up on the screen, Doug. This one, I was browsing plant-based diet news, Google search, hit the news tab. That's how I do the research for this show. Usually starts that way. And I saw a headline that said 3 things vegan gets wrong, and then in parentheses, and how it hurts our movement. And I thought, that's a Doug headline. I just knew that was a Doug headline. And I clicked it, and sure enough, it was written by Doug for Plant-Based News. Then I remembered that I actually had approved an early version of this article, or actually the headline only. I think you pitched me about the headlines, and I said, that's a good one. I had completely forgotten about that specific headline, but I thought it was really funny that I saw it and knew immediately that was yours.
That is
but again, great. I mean, that it's tainted by the fact that I already saw the exact headline, so that's sort of
makes it. Well, I mean, is it a Matt approved headline? That's the question.
Yeah, I mean, no, definitely good one. And for considering the context, Plant-Based News, where I tend to think a lot of their readers, maybe I'm being unfair or wrong. I think they have a lot of I don't know, absolutist vegan. Is that the right word? People who they don't, it's vegan or nothing, and this is controversial, and that's the formula for success. As long as it's not just being controversial just to be a train wreck, like for getting attention, because it's not. It makes good points. So anyway, let's Doug, why don't you walk us through quickly this article that you wrote? Actually, I'm going to start with the first line. First line is a banger right away. I'm just going to come out and say it. Vegans are better, it says. And when I read that, I would tend to disagree with it, even as a vegan. If I see that, I'm thinking, okay, I'm not going to like this article or this person, because I don't think that way at all. I just think this is a choice I do for me. It doesn't mean I'm better than anybody. But why don't you tell us why that's not right?
I'm glad you asked, Pat. Yeah, I thought I had a feeling you would have a strong opinion on that opening line there. So here it is. I'll read the first part here. I'm just going to come out and say it. Vegans are better. We adhere to a set of... You're not
going to read the article to us, are you?
Okay, no. But basically is this. We follow a set of principles. We improve the planet, animal welfare, individual health. We don't just complain about problems. We live the solutions. It's a different level than some people. But of course, we're not perfect. We're far from it. And then I kind of go into these 3 things that I think we repeatedly get wrong. Some of them, these are themes that we talk a lot about on the podcast already. So I don't think they're going to be too big of surprises from people. But one of them is that what did you call it? A vegan? What did you say?
Absolutist. I think it's
absolutist. Yeah. And that's the first one, is that we kind of belittle anything that's not all in, or we kind of look down on anything that isn't 100% vegan. And I don't know that you and I do that. I mean, we talk a lot about the flexitarian diet, but I think that is a trend among certain vegans. And I think that's a problem. We are seeing so much progress away from animal cruelty, away from foods that are have a massive impact on the environment, negative impact. We're kind of shifting as a world to find different solutions that are more plant-based, even if they're not 100% plant-based. And I think we can celebrate that. We can lift those up as accomplishments and getting us closer to what I would say most of our end goal is. And in some cases, like if that's as far as people go, then that's okay. That's way better than what it was before. And I think we can celebrate that, both the people who do it and then also any of those advances.
Yep, agreed. I'm with you on that one for sure. And then number 2, shifting into the advertisement section, we assume a plant-based diet is automatically perfect, where you acknowledge that you're a writer for compliment, and then you point out that we do need to supplement. I do agree that this is something that certainly holds the movement back. Again, acknowledging that I have a vested interest in promoting supplementation for plant-based people, but that's why we founded this company. The other co-founder and I, not Doug, but that's why we're all involved in this company, because there was no good solution for getting all your supplements in one place. So we put them all into one thing. I think this idea that like the diet is somehow inadequate if it doesn't provide everything without supplementation that you need. I think that is a very flawed way of thinking about things. And it's a common criticism, of course, of the diet that how can that be natural if you have to supplement with B12? But as I always say, I don't really care about the theory or these stories about what's natural and what isn't. I care about empirically what leads to the best health outcomes, and a plant-based diet properly supplemented is the one that for me appears to create the most longevity and health span and all these other things. So I think we got to acknowledge it rather than not.
Yeah, and it's not just about supplementation. I remember maybe it was your article or your interview with Rich Roll for your book. You were talking about how you were very intentional about not leaving out any science that was negative, or not just saying plant-based diet does this, plant-based diet does that, but also talking about it more holistically as how you can prove it, and not sensationalizing every claim. Because I think that's the typical thing that we do, whether around the diet giving us all the nutrients and, some people missing out on some of that stuff or lacking in it, or just like these promises that going plant-based will mean that you don't have any recovery issues as an athlete, or will automatically be able to perform better than you ever had before. It's not the case. Like a lot of people see a lot of success with it. A lot of people have a lot of benefits, but you still have to work and you still have to, tweak it and figure out what works for you.
Yep, exactly. Which is not too far off from your third point, which is that we tend to immediately, put the defenses up against any criticism, even before considering what that criticism is. And I think that's especially valid and the most universal of all these things. The one that everyone can learn a lesson, even non-vegan. So, very nice, Doug. Anything else to add with that one?
I don't think so. No. Okay. I encourage everybody to go to plantbasednews.org and look for it.
And at the bottom, Plant-Based Morning Show made it into the author bio.
Yeah,
that's exciting. Love to see that.
Where are we here? Yeah, there we go. Plant-Based Morning Show.
There it is. No hyperlink.
This is all I am, is an ultra runner, a Plant-Based Morning Show host,
and father of 2
and a father.
plant-based daughters.
That's right.
Councilman, not there.
No, not on there. No, yeah.
All right. So Lucy B points out no typos in the headline. Nice job, Doug. Yes, very nice job. Even says 2 world famous authors live today. I guess I don't know who he's. Oh, because we're live. Is that what he means?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Because you're an author of this famous post. Yes. True. Good. And then Jill Plant Power Pantry says, she says, clip of the day, Matt saying, as long as I can get my mouth around it, it's okay. As I was saying that, I tried to make the words not turn into a that's what she said double kind of quote, but I
missed that entirely. I should have.
Yeah, I mean, I just couldn't think of a way to say it that didn't set me up for that one. But anyway, what are you gonna do? So that's that, and then we've got one more today, which I saw they were putting this up, I don't know, a week ago, and it seemed a little early to me, but now Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Here we are scrambling for gifts. At least I am in my house. Not really. But It's from Veg News. It's the 20 best vegan Valentine's Day gifts that aren't chocolate. And so we're not going to go through all 20, or if we do, they'll be really quick. We did enough gift guides around the Christmas season for really the next few years of holidays. So we don't need to spend too long on gift guides. But when I think of Valentine's gifts, I think chocolate, flowers, jewelry, and anything else beyond that, I really don't even consider. They don't seem like Valentine's gifts.
Presents to gifts to tickets to some event.
Yeah, I mean that could be. If you had a date on that night, yes, I guess you could also give tickets for some future event. Yeah, seems okay. Maybe not the best of Valentine's Day gifts, but it'll be okay. So Veg News has 20 of them here.
That's what I'm getting, Katie. So yeah, I appreciate you.
Okay. Number 1, In Good Taste wine tasting kits, and they show a kit of 8 mini bottles of California-produced wines. I guess we can be sure they're all vegan since it's here. Yeah, it could be kind of fun. Could be a fun couple activity. Could be a nice date to do at home on Valentine's. Do a little wine tasting. Certainly, a romantic sort of drink wine is, in my opinion. Next,
I've never seen those little bottles like that.
No, they look like little liquor bottles. They look more.
I know that's what I assumed they were.
Yeah, they don't look like typical wine half bottles, or quarter bottles, really. But yeah, so that's kind of cool. Ladaura, I don't know that brand. Their skincare wand. It seems like skincare wands are kind of all the rage now. Is that true?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Question. I just started putting lotion on my face again, and it's been a game changer. So,
yeah, I sometimes do that too. Yeah, so I don't know. I think people have success with skincare wands that they use for like eye bags and stuff like that. And I thought I can use that on certain mornings for sure.
I thought when I looked at it, when I was like skinning through here, I thought it was some sort of razor or hair removal thing.
It looked like it
would be a terrible gift to give someone on Valentine's Day.
Right. But, then Floral Street Perfumes, all vegan fragrance line. It could be kind of cool. I don't, maybe tough for a gift just to give a bunch of perfume choices, but who knows? Maybe people are into that sort of thing if they're not too picky. Osea Salt of the Earth Body Scrub, former No Meat Athlete radio sponsor, Osea or Osea, I don't know what it is. They sent us some good stuff, some seaweed rub that we were both using on our faces for a couple months. I really like that. This is their body scrub, which I guess will probably exfoliate and hydrate all at the same time, would be my guess. So that's kind of all right, I guess. And then the power
big Osea fans over here.
Yeah, that stuff's expensive though, isn't it?
Oh, it's crazy expensive, but it's good.
Yeah, as long as they were shipping us free boxes, I was a fan.
Exactly. I was into it.
Next is The Power of Love by Lush. Not The Power of Love by Huey Lewis and the News, which is, I think, probably the better Power of Love, honestly. What is this? This is bath bombs and bubble bars. So far, this is all girl gifts. This is not, well, I guess the wine tasting isn't.
Yeah.
But I would have to imagine.
Kid bath bombs to me. But.
Yeah, it really does. So I don't know about Veg News, what they're doing here, because I would think they would have a more of an audience that is shopping for gifts for men, just knowing what I know about the vegan audiences in general. But who knows? They might know something I don't. Next, Fortessa stemware glasses. That's kind of cool. I like a nice stemware glass. I wouldn't be too upset with that as a Valentine's gift. Give me a nice pair of new wine glasses like that are meant for a certain style of wine, and give me an accompanying bottle that is that style, and we just stay home and have that bottle that night. That'd be nearly an ideal Valentine's Day for me. If anyone's looking for ideas. Amass candles. Have you heard of this, Doug? It says, for your fellow introvert, this Art of Staying In candle scented with chamomile, jasmine, lavender will speak straight to their heart. I can't figure out what about Amass candles is about being an introvert. Is candles like an introvert thing?
You take your pleasure seriously. Amass wants you to take your pleasure seriously. What? There must be something more to this than we don't know.
Yeah, there must be. I don't really ever use candles. Like I kind of wish I have a few candles that I just never think to light, and I guess it makes the environment a little nicer when you light a candle. But you seem like you probably do some candle lighting now and then.
We do some candle lighting. Yeah, I mean, most evenings we have a candle going.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Wow, look at you. Did I ever tell you about the tabletop candle fireplace thing I got for Aaron one Christmas?
No, but I'm interested.
I don't have the name at hand, unfortunately. I can probably find it out and say it later. It's like a little, I don't know, the size of a bowl, basically like a cereal bowl, but like maybe 3 stacked on top of each other. So it's a fairly large thing. You put it in the center of your table. Has a pit in the side of it that's about the size of maybe like a thin soda, like a Red Bull can. Maybe you fill that with denatured alcohol and light it on fire, and you have this little thing at your table that's kind of like a centerpiece, but it's a fire. And it's contained in this stone structure, and it's a nice little thing. They said bigger than a candle, smaller than a fireplace, and that's perfectly what it is. It's a nice.
Oh, that sounds nice. Sounds romantic.
You can even roast marshmallows over it. We've done it.
Okay.
Yeah. So nice little gift. I'll look that one up for you for tomorrow.
So I just clicked on. I wasn't screen sharing this, but I went over to the Amass website to see if there was anything more that maybe you use the wax for something, but it appears not to be the case. It seems like a regular old candle. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it just must. I don't know. Veg News must just think their candles are for introverts.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Maybe they are. All right, number 8. This is a good one. Maybe good for Christmas. I don't know about Valentine's. A Smithy Ironware carbon steel wok. I mean, I would like to have this. It looks awesome. It looks like it's like hand awesome. Forged. It says hand forged. Looks like it's maybe hand hammered even. It looks like. I mean, it appears to be a bronze kind of thing. It doesn't look like carbon steel to me, but perhaps it is. And I don't know. That'd be great. But just don't know about Valentine's. But I guess you think of things that are sensory experiences, and cooking is one, and maybe that's part of the idea. Yeah, a little faster here. Artis vegan makeup brushes. I didn't realize makeup brushes were not always vegan, but I guess that makes sense. Maybe the hair comes from animals usually, so that's good. 10 Four Roses small batch and Osmo treated vanilla bourbon salt kit. Colleen, who comes to the show sometimes, she's a Four Roses fan, and I bought a bottle for Christmas time when they came to our house. But this is their small batch, and I guess they put some salt on there, so that's good. 11, continue with the alcohol ideas. Madre Mezcal. We had some mezcal in Mexico this past summer, Doug. That was a good time. Mezcal tasting. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a unique gift. Not my favorite of liquors, I don't think, just because it's very smoky, acquired taste.
Yep.
All right, moving faster. Horty houseplant subscription. That's kind of a cool idea. To me, Valentine's Day, like, this is my problem with your tickets idea, Doug. I feel like Valentine's Day is about the sense, the experience, the tangible nature of everything. And to give a gift that's like going to be delivered in the future, a little bit misses the point. So you may want to rethink what you got.
Yeah, I guess so. Except who really wants to go out on Valentine's night, You don't
have to go out. You can do a wine tasting at home. You could do the wine glass thing at home. It's about in the moment, though. It's not about postponing joy.
Okay.
Number 13, sustainable bamboo pajama sets. That could be nice. Good sensory experience right then and there. Breville milk frother. Don't really need that. Hair of the dog vodka cocktail kits. Oh, hair of the dog. See what they did there? Hera, like Greek goddess Hera. Hair of the dog. So it sort of sounds like hair up the dog.
I get it, Matt. Like hair, like like when you drink and you're hungover.
All right, Valentine's themed edible stickers. That's interesting. I guess you would put it on a cake and then eat it, but you can eat the stickers, so that's good.
The only thing this is good for is holding together my burrito.
Oh yeah, it's burrito tape. It's just fancy burrito tape.
Fancy burrito tape.
I like it.
What?
What do you got? No, go ahead.
Somebody unrelated to the show, unrelated to anything in my life, mentioned those or anything that conversation happened. Mentioned that tape the other day, and really? I was so excited that someone else had heard of it before.
Wow, I'm shocked someone did.
Yeah.
Well, it was on that Time Magazine Best Inventions of the Century or something. I don't think it was that. It was some sort of Inventions of the Year list.
Yeah.
All right, almost done here. Nama J2 Juicer, which is appears to be just a juicer, but I guess they like this particular one. Hormone healthy skincare from Veracity. Yeah, that's kind of good. I do worry. I read these claims on some of these skincare products that say like how absorbable they are or how much the skin can absorb of this thing, and like that's a good thing. And I think like that's you just having your body absorb this stuff. So it better be really good, and you better be really sure that even if it is good and natural, it's not you're not putting way too much into your body. So I don't know about so healthy hormones or hormone healthy. I think that's a good idea. Something that will not known not to disrupt hormones. All right, 19 doctor engineered vibrators. I didn't even skip this far down on the list when I was show prepping, Doug. I honestly might not have put this article in.
That's a good Valentine's gift.
Yeah, I guess doctor engineered. That seems good. Hey, speaking of these things of a sexual nature that I don't like, Aaron and Holden are going to Slutty Vegan this weekend. They're going to Atlanta, and they're going to check it out. Yeah, and let me know how it is. So it's funny, like we said, we wouldn't want to take our kids there, but here we go. Aaron's taking my kid there.
Cool. I can't wait to hear how it goes.
Yeah,
he needs to get some. He needs to put together a reel for us. He's the master reeler. Yeah, Jody Shuck agrees.
What? Get some slut sauce?
She says real. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Put together something for us.
Yeah.
I think he was here earlier. I don't know if he's still around.
He was here a minute ago. All right, and then finally, number 20. Thank goodness this has been too long. Number 20, CV's SEAVEES vegan slippers. Cozy's the name of the game. Again, this fits the theme to me of in the moment experience. You want to feel something. So if you want to see those again, it's vegnews.com. It's near the top of their list. Actually, it's not that far because, like I said, they put it up last week. But that's good ideas. So I'm going to think hard about that now.
90% of them are for her, which is fine.
Yeah, and then the other ones are alcohol for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
So you need to get one of these, Doug, to add to your little night out plans you have. And then Katie can enjoy something in the moment while she looks forward to this event with you.
Maybe some slippers?
Possibly. That might be perfect.
Yeah. All right. Well, good. Another day, another episode.
Yeah, another show in the books. Yeah, thanks for attending, everyone. I mean, I love that we did the screen sharing thing. I honestly was not paying that much attention to the YouTube screen. There's too many screens to look at, and it's just I still haven't gotten the hang of it yet. And I was struggling with the camera angles today too, with two cameras to be looking at. So yeah, thanks for everyone for showing up. Looks like there was
we had a great crew over at YouTube, and
definitely.
And I hope that if they liked the screen sharing, let us know, because we are definitely sacrificing our Instagram performance by focusing on YouTube, and I think that's a good. Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
Well, it is. The score stands 25-4. YouTube, no, 25-5 right now. YouTube to Instagram. So that is a landslide. Maybe people can sense that we're kind of neglecting Instagram and in favor of YouTube. But anyway, I think it's a good thing. It's add some energy, add some liveliness. I like the chat. I like the screen sharing. So this is good. I like the higher quality video and audio. Honestly, that's the best part.
Yep.
So anyway, thanks everyone for turning out for the show again. Tomorrow will be Friday. That'll be a good one. We'll get some Super Bowl snacks lined up for sure. I don't know what else we'll have on the news, but we will see what the day brings.
That's right.
Okay. Well, then, thanks for coming, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Sounds great. See you tomorrow.